British public drives Kier Starmer out of Christmas church service, a controversy of national significance. Just moments ago, a shocking incident unfolded at a Christmas church service in the UK, where the leader of the Labour Party, Kier Starmer, found himself driven out by a public backlash that many are calling unprecedented. This event starkly highlights a pivotal moment in British politics, one that could redefine the landscape as we know it. The optics are damning, a once promising leader, now a target of public scorn, illustrating a deep betrayal of the very constituents he seeks to represent. Critics argue that this situation is not merely a political misstep but a clear indication of a disconnect between Starmer and the British public. For many, his leadership has become synonymous with a tepid response to pressing issues, especially in the wake of Brexit, a decision that divided the nation and left a profound mark on its democratic fabric. Starmer's perceived failure to embody the spirit of the people, particularly regarding their frustrations and aspirations, raises questions that resonate beyond party lines. Are we witnessing the collapse of a once-in-a-generation leadership opportunity? As Starmer was confronted by a chorus of discontent within the hallowed walls of a church, the scene evoked memories of past political flops and protests. This incident echoes the tumultuous times of the Brexit referendum, where public sentiment was clear and unyielding. The question looms large: will the British people forgive a leader who appears to have lost touch with their needs? The urgency of this moment cannot be overstated. The country stands at a crossroads, and the decisions made today will ripple through history. This incident is not simply an isolated event but part of a broader narrative of struggle within the Labour Party. Power dynamics are shifting, and many fear that Starmer's inability to connect with grassroots movements could result in a catastrophic loss in the next general election. Political analysts warn that if Starmer cannot reclaim his footing, the Labour Party risks becoming a relic of the past, overshadowed by more dynamic and relatable figures emerging from within the ranks or from rival parties. Public figures and seasoned commentators have weighed in, describing the scene as a glaring reflection of Starmer's leadership style. He is powerful but controversial, one analyst remarked. His approach has alienated the very people he needs to rally behind him. The implications of this sentiment are dire. If the Labour leader cannot inspire confidence, the party may face an uphill battle reminiscent of the struggles faced by leaders like Ed Miliband, who also fell prey to public disenchantment. The stakes are incredibly high. The British public is not merely reacting to a single incident. They are engaging in a broader fight against perceived political apathy. The voices echoing through that church are not just expressions of discontent, they are a clarion call for authenticity and accountability. Critics argue that this is a pivotal moment that could determine the future trajectory of the Labour Party and its role in British politics. If Starmer fails to pivot and address the mounting concerns, his leadership could mark the end of an era rather than the beginning of a revitalized Labour movement. The implications of this crisis extend beyond party politics, they touch on the very essence of British democracy. The people are restless, and the political elite must take heed. This could mark a new era of influence where the electorate demands transparency and connection from their leaders. If Starmer cannot rise to the occasion, it may well open the door for a new wave of leadership that resonates more deeply with the public's hopes and dreams. As we reflect on this dramatic turn of events, it is crucial for the British public to recognize their power. The voices that rang out in that church are not just a fleeting moment of dissent, they represent a movement. The country stands at a critical juncture, and the choices made now will shape the political landscape for years to come. The British people will not forgive complacency. It's time to stand up, to engage, and to be heard. Like, subscribe, and join the community of individuals who are passionate about shaping the future of our nation. This is more than a moment, it is a movement, and every voice matters. The fight for a responsive and accountable government is on, and we must be prepared to rally together to ensure that our leaders listen. The struggle continues, and the future depends on us.